Cargo stations. Hold the crane.
Lift achieved. Adjusting for winds.
It seems recent events have moved Ankareb to parley. Best I not go myself.
Where to?
Take this flag of truce. See what they have to say. A fine scholar has recently returned from Vespuccia, where he was researching archaeology. Find him in Kidusi Anitoni. He will be of great help.
Lift achieved.
So you're the one tasked with weaving our great epic together? A foreigner? Well, any ship in a storm. Well-intentioned, I'm sure, but I spent years studying this exceedingly complicated subject at Arvert College. It is hardly an easy task. The college was nice. It is Arvert, but the people of Vespuccia were indisposed by my chroma, if you know what I mean. So I left, and more's the loss for them. All good research papers start in a library, preferably a palatial library. The priests will grant you access, perhaps. I hope.
Ah, a familiar face. Splendid. Come now, take me to this Katima. We have much to discuss. He should know of me already. I wrote often enough. But communications in this land seem haphazard.
A meeting? Very well. Although I fear I know the outcome, let us nonetheless be civil and prepare a banquet.
The hibiscus flower is the image of what we seek. Here in Kidusi Anitoni, knowledge nourishes us, that we may bloom in the eyes of the Lord. One must learn to see with the inner eye, the eye of the soul. Tell me, which of the buildings on our island is largest?
No banquet hall is complete if not suitably tapestried.
Room to maneuver.
There must be dishes aplenty. Let Sir Blake know the bounty of Mbesa.
Long ago, our library was a beacon of learnedness in a world of darkness. But the treacherous kings of Kashta burnt it all.
Altitude stable.
It seems recent events have moved Ankareb to parley.
Now it is interred deep below our island. But to those who know, the high walls and pale altars live on all around us. Your understanding is starting to blossom. The time for admittance is at hand.
Take care you do not antagonize the princess further.
I don't suppose there are fountains. No. Well, perhaps some of those water furrows then.
Cool water would mollify him for further entreaties.
The priests of Kidusi acknowledge you. You show yourself to be worthy of trust. Lift now the veil and enter our famed library.
So swift to learn from those who came before. Let us hope he proves great.
There are volumes here on every...
So swift to learn from those who came before. Let us hope he proves grateful.
Only are reporting in.
I hope there'd be more, but these are all the books we have. Hardly enough for a full chapter.
A fellow scholar of the Golden Age. There is much we could discuss. History becomes legend, legend myth, and even myth is half forgotten.
Where to?
But why not dig up the old library? There must be traces to be found.
Quite right. Archaeology is the queen of all disciplines. Go, dig, dust, douse. The evidence should be enough to complete this
On our
first
way.
fragmentary chapter.
You
Just
are
say the word.
accustomed to such undertakings. Gather a crew and supplies, and we will support you.
Beware the sweet words of the priests of Kidusi. They are cannier than they seem, and would see their faith vindicated rather than bow.
What brings you? Resources are thin. Any help you could send would be appreciated.
We cannot accommodate so many. We shall
In
need
the
temporary
turn.
quarters for these workers.
Not even an orange tree to shelter under. Come now, and don't dither.
On our way.
It's all prepared.
Is that really all there is to it? Better than roasting to a Cheltenham salt crisp. Time to saddle up. Very well, lead the way. A familiar face ought to put the king in a good disposition. Morning winds on the rise, eh? Ominous, ominous indeed.
Hold the crane.
Now for the final note.
Sky's the limit.
A small contribution to the Lord's plans.
This would certainly help us survive. An
Skies
oath
are
given
clear.
is an oath due. Our workers have boarded your ship. May your search prove fruitful.
Back already? The excavators appear ill-fed. But we'll have to do for the task at hand. At last, the excavation can commence. Lord, look favorably upon us.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Welcome, Keftania steward.
Atto Blake. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Sir Archibald will do, my good
New
man.
orders.
Your Emperor will be expecting me.
I am Binyam, Sir Blake, emissary for His Imperial Majesty and tasked with counseling him on this delicate matter.
You said we could come to you, right? It is lonely work, excavation, and I miss my home. But a picture of the Kesar of Wahadesha would help greatly. Thank you kindly.
Let us see then what business brings.
Outrageous! Arrogant! How dare he think himself an equal to Her Majesty? Pompous little kinglet! Of all the useless... Oh, why did I ever agree to come back to these wretched shores? It's pointless.
A distemperate man if I ever saw one. And you say he's usually amicable.
Since you have had time to reconnoiter, I wonder if you couldn't help me with some blanks on our survey maps.
Onward.
I hold no ill will towards Sir Blake. It takes time to accustom oneself to new surroundings. Bring him
Sky's the limit.
and he may yet soften. Such fine aromas, crisp and full. The pale red flesh in heavy broth. A dish to reveal the hearts of men. The waters of my patience are running dry.
Ready to fly.
A letter from my son already. It's not been 2 weeks. That, my niece asked me to repair it. But
Lift achieved.
This is an exception. This city is a magnet for genius.
Nose forward.
We will need new facilities, an institute worthy of the world-renowned scholars desirous to push back the boundaries of knowledge.
All in Her Majesty's name.
A satisfying conclusion?
It's a real bugger, what with the heat and the terrain, but the idea is we name every landmark we stumble across. How thoughtful. Oh, dearie miss. Spices. No, that won't do. I'd be burning up inside like the Sixth Circle.
I hear Sir Blake is too poorly to explore the lands he lays claim to. It is the heat, sure. Shall we bring some of Mbesa to him?
The learned men are wise but wary of novelty. Take care not to startle them with your camera.
Angareb. There is beauty and even some wisdom hidden here, behind those high and headstrong walls.
I was born here, in less happy times. It was rough sailing, but my mother and I took care of each other.
He need not know our differences with these lands remain. Unity soon shall mend us.
Natural beauty, certainly. But Her Majesty did not send me here to sightsee. She has great hopes that Mbesa might fall in and become a powerful industrial cog.
the laborers strike a hard surface. Fragments of lost history at last.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
These walls were ancient before his ancestors even came to the
Quite a store of history hidden here. More than anticipated. It shall remain exposed while the search continues. Our predecessors predecessors in the Golden Age saw that Kidusi Anitoni's purpose was not to produce goods, but wisdom. The excavation can resume, but do inspect the statue. It may inspire you to write.
I suspected there was more to this project than they let on. I sense underhanded ambitions to support their independence. You call this progress, as though it were one of only two paths to be chosen. To attract such approval from the Arena is no small.
I meant approval for Her Majesty's well spotted. Oh dear, that little element.
I wasn't there when they pulled it out. I was staring longingly at the picture you gave me. I wanted a look, but they told me a priestess was examining it. When I returned from my break, the stone was back in the earth.
Sir Blake is but one man, without allies and support here. He needs to see this for negotiations to resume peacefully and in good intent.
Further expansion? This will not do at all. Stem the tide. Her Majesty greatly appreciates and rewards loyalty.
I knew it. Must have thought poor Wahadesha folk would not notice. But we are wise in the old law. You have to confront them.
The good of those entrusted to us often requires compromises.
I can teach you how to do this.
Only are reporting in. Begin the turn. Room to maneuver.
These falls. I remember. Bored we were. Drank terribly, only nearby. Ah, a vintage whiskey that might provide me some relief. Let's name this Scotch Falls.
A boulder fell upon a man's leg at the site. We have treated it, but he is asking specifically for you.
My family
Onwards.
must worry. Could I be taken home to Wahadesha? I'm no use here anymore anyway. If you could...
Adjusting for winds.
It seems an eternity since I last saw these shores. How the wind sings. A familiar place and friendly faces. There is no better medicine. Thank you.
Hold the crane. New orders. Begin the turn.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Where to?
The council have finally welcomed me among the...
See how the sun shimmers in the morning dew.
Weird and one. appreciate that image. Let us map this Lionheart Spur.
Attention for the Admiral.
Room to maneuver. Cargo stations. Bring her around.
New orders? Steersman!
Hold the crane.
On our way.
Aye. On our way. Begin the turn.
Flagship ready for orders.
Good timing. We come upon the lowest room of the library, covered with verse in the ancient script. See the prostrates down there? Wahadeshe folk bringing tribute to Kidusi, a testament to our proud heritage.
Nose forward.
It appears to be the ancient script of M-Pesa. A pity it was lost in Soria's great cleansing of the clergy. Oh, the secrets we might have learned. Some scholars specialize in deciphering ancient languages. They might be able to help.
sources on the ancient script are few, though I'm told Wahadesher is something of a trove for forgotten lore.
My heart sings to hear so many voices, to see so many colors. This is the Mbesa I dream of, united yet strong in its diversity.
Loyalty to the crown really should come above all else. What? An arch like a finishing post? Oh, perhaps we should dash a frivolous furlong or two.
Dark clouds gather near our borders. While I weary of warfare, the safety of
Skies
my
clear.
people comes foremost.
Engines
See how he
engaged.
gathers for war? Hospitality of Mbesa, I'll say. Bring me the cannons, and I'll reward you handsomely.
Churning water, Admiral.
Mine by right anyway.
It is but a rough imprint with coarse coal, but the characters are recognizable, I think.
I expect your translation eagerly.
Ready to
Surely
fly.
with this evidence, Lord Ketema can no longer deny the legitimacy of our claims.
Adjusting for winds.
An old classmate, you say? Of course. I shall read it presently. I have seen such characters before. A stone not far from where I grew up, tangled in the undergrowth. It was atop a cliff. If you look to starboard from the camp ruins, there should be a narrow path through the cliff to a small dell.
How nice of you to visit. There is something I wish to show you. No, not my leg. It is healing just fine. If you are interested in the broken stone, investigate the oracle. I saw glyphs very similar there when I was younger. A dead end, I fear. It could be anywhere in Mbesa, but we made a copy of the glyphs for you, just in case.
Onward. What'll it be?
Perhaps there are answers to be found. I do not trust these priests. This old library dig is probably a cover for something
Nose
more
forward.
sinister.
Perhaps.
It's fragmentary, but I'm confident this is part of the legendary oath stone which marked Kashta's gifting of Wahadesha to Mbesa. If I'm right, and I probably am, this is thousands of years old. Look, 2 texts, one in each language, so the treaty can be understood by all. If it is the same text in 2 different languages, we could extrapolate a rough lexicon of the ancient script from our far more extensive knowledge of the Kashtan tongue. Ah, yes, that does tie nicely to the context. Now, what about this next section? Yes. I see how that would make sense. Then that would mean that this last section is... not sure. Any ideas? Hurry. Academic breakthroughs can suffer no delay. All must know of our work. We have
Lift
it.
achieved.
The Lexicon Ya Mbesa, a guide to the ancient script. Take it to the scholar. He will be positively spitting for jealousy. Found any evidence of the ancient script? A full lexicon, and in such short time? Unbelievable. Give it here. Doubtless it will be strewed with mistakes and approximations. I have reviewed the lexicon and found no quarrel with it. You have my respect and my help with translation if you require it.
New orders.
The story is about a city like this one.
agreement that Mbesa would send the healers of Kidusi to the ailing king of Kashta? The implications are profound and not in Kidusi's favor.
Heresy! We welcome and support you, only for you to repay us with fiendish lies?
For science!
I knew a foreigner could never translate such a document. Go to Ketema and tell him we have proof of our ancestry and will not yield.
Should you find any other fragments, please bring them to Kidusi. I shall be delighted to decrypt. Another fragment of ancient script for my delectation. A granary? On Kidusi Anitoni? Wow. If it existed, there must still be traces. Such a building must have been colossal. Such a granary, if it existed, must have been older than the library. Situated in a wide open place, I think, and there'd still be traces now.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Aha! I think we have it. I should have known the granary would be on a holy site. A natural instinct for a land void of grain. So vast, and such a horde of artifacts. We must begin to catalog them, of course. This vase. There are burnt seeds within. Hibiscus. And on the exterior, etchings. Writing. Can you read it? The priests cannot have lived here so long and not known of this. Had we not thought to dig deeper?
So you have found it. Perhaps it is best. Secrets weigh heavy. I suppose you deserve the truth.
Both were ancient before his ancestors even came to power.
This letter will lay everything out for the Emperor to see. May wisdom guide him. It is time we embraced our duty to the people
Skies
of
are clear.
Mbesa rather than our pride. We shall join the Emperor and serve the tenets of a renewed faith for the good of all.
A letter from the High Priestess. So all it took to make them see the beauty of change was the discovery of the remains of the past. The irony is precious, but their offer of unity is tempting. They will kneel and pledge to the Empire as long as they are allowed to grow the sacred hibiscus. A small favor I shall happily grant. You have worked wonders on Kidusi. Learning truth and tolerance, I have founded a temple here in Tabarim so that we can learn to be more inclusive of individual
What'll
belief
it be?
for the greater good of the whole.
There it is. A final, exhaustive, comprehensive copy of the Chronicles of the Land of Lions.
This vase honors the memory of the greatest of our queens millennia ago. Upon it are the most ancient writings, which I had
Lift the
These
tube.
chronicles herald a new golden age, the age of lions, the triumph of Mbesa, and we, the architects of its splendor.
On our way.
Your own poets may soon sing the splendors of Mbesa. The lone and level sands stretch far away. But what of beyond the sands?
Begin
Too
the turn.
long have our books remained unread and dust-laden. I have...
On our way.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Hold the crane. Bring her around. Carry her about.
An arch like a finishing post.
Room to maneuver.
Ah, you're ready.
On our way.
Ah, you're ready.
Carry her about.
Good on you. Always were a thoroughbred, indeed, indeed. We'll name the arch Victory Bow.
Bring her around.
That's all of the major landmarks. You realize you have done the Queen a vital service. Accurate cartography is of great importance to the Empire if we really are to master the country.
On our way.
So, Ketema sends a lucky. Prudent. Unexpected. Very well then. Welcome to Angarib, stranger. You would have our trust? Earn it then. Show us you are capable of understanding our land and people. Ours may be a small nation, but there is beauty and glory aplenty here.
Carry her about.
Skies are clear. Onward.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
You have seen the promises, the beauty of our land. Let us hear now what your master would say to us.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
You are a guest on our land. If we are to trust you, you must first prove your goodwill.
Cargo stations. Room to maneuver.
So, you return to Angareb.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Airborne and
I'm
ready
confident
to
it's ready to go.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Uncompromising journalism.
New orders?
A new milestone. Celebrate your leadership.
Hold the crane.
Adjusting for winds.
Share and share alike. I hope you've got a system.
Carry her about.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Ready to fly.
get paid, same as any. You might be bona fide after all.
An especially exclusive assignment. New orders.
Your ship has returned from its voyage. The people celebrate your leadership.
Airborne and ready to go.
Begin the turn.
Be strong.
Water never...
Battle cruiser ready.
Restoring an ancient palace seems a small price to pay for peace. I shall send them my master builder.
How about adding some highlights?
What'll it be?
At last, the palace stands again. It is only fitting that you, who made miracles possible, celebrate the inauguration. We doubted you, but you helped us nonetheless. For this, you may now learn more of our secrets. The palace was not just a residence, it was a shrine. With the bones of Yet Barok from the necropolis in Kidusi, it would finally be complete.
Where to?
To finally set, this man will know how to arrange for the proper transportation of Yet Barok's remains. Take him to Kidusi and Itoni.
Your assistance to Angareb is testament to a noble heart. Beware that they do not use you against me, however.
To finally set eyes on Yet Barok's tomb. I never doubted you would. It's rare to see that kind of we are a people of honor. A century ago, the line of the Elamites died with Lebni, last of the great kings. His heir, Tomasi, desired the throne, so he sent shademen to slay Mekdem and his king. But things turned foul as Tomasi tried to flee. Soon the last of the Elamites lay dead. You may recall, you helped a man find the spear, and we will listen to Ketema's proposal. But be discreet. The spear. Take your time. Look around. I doubt we'll find it immediately, but any clue might lead us in the end to the spear.
People celebrate your leadership.
With those clues, we should be able to determine where the spear was hidden. A story in the making. I have scouted the place, and I believe I have a plan. They will question us if we are caught. Anno's priests and their inquisitiveness.
Sky's the limit.
The people celebrate your leadership.
That
What'll it be?
become better. Master your wits. The High Priestess is a shrewd old woman.
On our way.
The spear is here. My predecessors made no mention of this great secret. Apt precaution. I will let you have this spear. Excellent.
At last,
Ready to
the
fly.
spear returns to Angareb. Let us be on our way then.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso. How thrilling! A renowned
Spear. You found it? To think such a day would come. You have worked wonders. Come, tell us all about it. Look to the registries and harbor manifests. A lone ship with a fleeing mariner should have been recorded somewhere. Ketema's forces burnt the harbor when they invaded. All the registries went up.
Bring her around.
Where to?
Our harbor records. The registry cannot leave the island. But we had a copy prepared for you.
Begin the turn.
A ship, you say? Bearing a visitor?
Word on the wind is that the spear has returned to Angareb. I fear this bodes great ill for Enbeza.
His diary, one would not have guessed. He was so frail. His guard days were long ago, and he was afraid. He rests in peace now.
Airborne and ready to go.
Be strong.
Ready to fly.
Have you found some trace of your... The time has come for a new king, a new age. Let his rule be a time of glory for Angareb. And all hail King Caleb of Angareb, he who will free us of the usurper Ketema. And hail up. Ketema is not our king, but neither would we have war with him.
Peace? We will have peace when the...
A visitor. Uncommon indeed. The place lost its favor when King Wag passed.
Our ancestors did not break their chains only to serve an ultimate ruler.
This inscription. King Wag's office holds the information. I have... His apartments overlook the palace ruin.
Airborne and ready to
Be
go.
strong. The Emperor should know of this. Bring him King Wag's notes and tell no one else.
Have orders for us.
What'll it be?
Your search has been fruitful.
We are grateful for your help, but the time has come to choose a side. You stand with us, or against them.
So it is true. My father spoke of the pride of Selamawi's blood, but...
Lift achieved.
By this spear, and the blood of those who ruled by it, will our oath. You have convinced us of Lord Ketema's virtue. We shall yield to him our fealty upon the spear of Selamawi and be united.
One final look.
This is certainly a perspective to consider.
An oath of fealty? Then it is well and truly over. For oaths are not taken lightly in Mbesa. At last we will have peace. Though I loathe to part with it, please take the spear. You have fought hardest for it. May it bring peace to you as well.
Such different lands, united under one wise rule. How could anyone doubt the splendor of Mbesa now?
In your brave work on Angareb, you have uncovered facts about my heritage I didn't know myself. I have agreed, per Angareb's request, to raise monuments here to Hitia the trader
Orders?
and strengthen our newfound bonds.
Begin the turn.
The sky is open, blue and wide. Last bird's crest is red. Weather will be fine.
Good and ready.
presence of a virtuoso.
To your stations.
Engines engaged. Sky's the limit.
Battle cruiser ready.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Every day, this city.
way.
Not in vain do the wandering westerlies bring you.
Hold the crane. Begin the turn.
Should I scrub that mark from your name?
Hovering.
The men who followed your faithful leader can be men no longer. We are thankful.
The people celebrate your leadership. Your ship has returned from its voyage.
We're in clover.
Cargo stations.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Ready to fly.
What a jolly, jolly surprise.
airborne and ready to go.
Ah, yes, the bright young sapling.
Drops are spinning.
I present my humble duty to you.
To watch. Those spoiled obreros have never seen what real work is like.
If you don't exploit this, some other bird will. Didn't take you for a Janus face. Fair play to you.
Aye.
Our cruise was just as full as...
The people celebrate your leadership. The people celebrate your leadership.
We see eye to eye.
Ever noticed how the water shimmers after the... Oh, I didn't expect you there.
It is good to know peace at last.
The people celebrate your leadership.